hundreds of millions, a garage that looks like a luxury dealership with dream Ferraris and Mercedes. He is the most desired player on the planet. But there is one simple, everyday detail that sets him apart. Kylian Mbappé does not drive. He doesn't have a license. Today we will explore the life of this phenomenon, from his humble childhood in Bondy and the sacrifice of his parents, to his meteoric rise, his darkest controversies, and why a man with all the world's luxury prefers to be just a passenger. This is Kylian Mbappé, the legend of the backseat.
We leave Kylian in Bondy, a normal kid with an extraordinary talent. But, as happens with all phenomena, the time came to leave the family nest and show the world his worth. Kylian was born in Paris, but grew up in Bondy, a place where sport was the main escape. His life was immersed in competitive spirit, thanks to his remarkable family. His father, Wilfred, a Cameroonian immigrant and coach, was his first mentor. His mother, Faiza, an Algerian former handball player, managed his career with a firm hand. The whole family, including his adopted older brother, Jirez, and his younger brother, Ethan, was an integrated team, with football running through their veins. The discipline they instilled was key. Starting at AS Bondy, his path was always focused on high performance. And when he was just 14 years old, he took the decisive step, joining the youth ranks of AS Monaco. The meteoric rise. His time in Monaco was nothing short of brilliant. His professional debut, at 16 years and 347 days, broke a 21-year record held by the great Thierry Henry. But it wasn't a ceremonial debut. In the 2016-2017 season, this young man burst onto the scene as a force of nature. He possessed a crazy mix of speed, refined technique, and a coolness in front of goal that defied his age. He led Monaco to a League One title and stunned Europe in the Champions League, leaving defenses in tatters. The world asked, "Who is this kid?" The answer came quickly. In 2017, Kylian made the big leap. He joined Paris Saint-Germain for a figure that made him the most expensive teenager in history. He went from being the Principality's jewel to the superstar of the French capital. And if anyone doubted his ability to handle pressure, 2018 gave them the most resounding answer. That summer, he became the second teenager after Pelé to score in a World Cup final. France won, and Kylian etched himself into history as the undisputed future of world football. After conquering the world, Kylian returned to Paris, now the flagship of the Paris Saint-Germain project. His mission was clear: dominate France and finally bring the coveted Champions League to the capital. His dominance in France was almost absolute. Year after year, Mbappé became the undisputed top scorer of Ligue 1 and were currently the Player of the Year. Individually, the awards piled up. The Golden Boy was just the beginning. But if there is one moment that marked his era at PSG, it is when he rewrote the club's history. With astonishing ease, Mbappé kept scoring until he reached the top. He became the all-time top scorer for Paris Saint-Germain, an incredible feat for someone so young. However, the immense fame brought an intense spotlight. His tenure at PSG was constantly shadowed by contractual sagas and tensions, especially over the elusive Champions League. Despite his best efforts, that trophy always eluded him, leaving a permanent mark on his Parisian chapter.
The dilemma and the legacy, the decision that changed the game.
While club glory was elusive, his national team performance reached its peak at the Qatar 2022 World Cup final. Facing Lionel Messi and Argentina, Mbappé put the French team on his back, delivering one of the most spectacular finals in history. His incredible hat trick solidified his status as the greatest figure of his generation. But all that greatness came with conflict. During this time, Mbappé was embroiled in the famous image rights conflict with the French national team, taking a firm stance that proved he was also a businessman protecting his brand. His name also surfaced in French investigations into alleged undisclosed payments to security agents, an example of the complex legal landscape that surrounds a figure of such power. The tension with PSG culminated in a serious alleged lawsuit for extortion and moral harassment, confirming that their long relationship had completely broken down. And then came the great decision. After years of back and forth and dramatic contract rejections, we recall the shocking turn of 2022. The Real Madrid saga finally concluded. The signing was official, fulfilling a childhood dream for the man who grew up with posters of Cristiano Ronaldo and Zidane on his wall. He arrived at the Santiago Bernabéu with one clear goal: to consolidate his legacy. The luxury life and the passenger contrast. Kylian Mbappé is a money-making machine with contracts that keep him at the top of the sports elite. His investments include a lavish mansion in Paris and his own content production company, Zebra Valley. But here is the great irony. Mbappé does not drive. He owns a fleet of incredible cars: a Ferrari SF90 Stradale hybrid, a Mercedes-Benz V-Class, and a Volkswagen multivan, vehicles designed for maximum comfort. Yet he has openly explained that becoming a star so young and being so focused on his career, he simply never had the time or need to get a driver's license. He is simply a passenger. He has carried this unique simplicity to his new life in Spain. Following his Real Madrid signing, Kylian settled in the exclusive La Finca in Madrid, buying the former mansion of Gareth Bale for around €11 million. The luxurious home, complete with an indoor pool and cinema room, is now his haven. Crucially, he rented a property nearby for his mother, Faiza Lamari, ensuring his most important team, his family, is always close. Kylian himself has stated that the lifestyle in Madrid is less hectic than in Paris, allowing him to find calm. The journey of Kylian Mbappé Lotin is a story of stark contrasts. A Bondy kid hardwired for success, yet with a personal life that doesn't fit the mold of the traditional superstar. He has faced legal battles, image crises, and immense pressure. Yet through it all, that curious duality persists. The man who owns a collection of supercars but chooses to be the passenger, the champion seeking calm in a life of extreme luxury. It's a reminder that despite his immense fortune, he remains a figure singularly focused on the pitch. Today, the Mbappé phenomenon has landed in Madrid, the place of his childhood dream. His goal is clear: to fill the final gap in his trophy cabinet, the Champions League, and to consolidate his status as the best player on the planet. From the backseat of his car, being driven to his mansion in La Finca, Kylian is perfectly positioned to focus solely on what he does best: football. The path has been long, but the story of Kylian Mbappé is only now reaching its climax. And no matter if he's driving or not, we all know he's the one setting the direction. If you enjoyed discovering the contrasts, the luxury, and the untold stories of the superstar, then don't forget to subscribe to the Sport Legacy channel. Here, the legend never ends. See you next time.